Hello and welcome to our BOOtiful Card Camp. I am so glad you have joined us. We are going to start with Come If You Dare. That is just the cutest card. So the first thing we're going to do, the templates we will be using are the Halloween candles L9527, and we're going to be doing a new technique with them today. I'm so excited to show you. And the other template is Come If You Dare, and it's W5013. So, and I just want to remind you, you may have been embossing for a long time, but what I've learned, I had quit using the embossing tissues for a while, but oh my goodness, it makes it so much easier. So the first thing we're going to do is emboss around the outside edge of our candles. And I am using the Monster Mash paper, which just gives it a little bit of an eerie look. So I'm just placing my paper, and I try and align it so the edges are just lined up right along the edge. Then I don't have to trim as many sides. Remember your embossing tissues? And now I bumped my paper, so just 1 second. Okay, and now I'm just going to go around the outside edge of the template. Now on the rest of the candles, we are going to actually be debossing those. And I don't know if you've done debossing before, but it is really a fun technique. So I've just embossed this edge, and then I'm going to scuff just a little bit on the outside edges. Can you see how that is just distressing a little bit, but helping to pop the color, or to pop the shape of that template? Now what we're going to do, we're going to put our template back down, but this time we are going to put the paper right side up on top of the template. And we're only going to emboss the bottom half of the template to start with. So again, I'm going to use my embossing tissues. And now I'm just going to do the bottom half. Now I'm not going to emboss the pumpkin because we are going to be adding color for that. So no reason to emboss that area, except I just embossed the stem, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just getting the base of the candle, and we've got all that done. And now we are going to scuff this. And it is so interesting to see how different it is. So we have the embossing going down, the right side of the paper up. Now watch what happens as I scuff that. Can you see how it's outlining and leaving the embossed area, or the shape of the template, the design of the template, still colored or dark? So that is a fun new technique, but now we're going to take it to the next level. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to scuff where the candles are. And you can just do little circles or however you want. And you just want to scuff that area. I've gone ahead and already done one where I've scuffed that area, like I was just showing you. You can see I've already debossed this, and I've scuffed all around that. Then I have now debossed, so putting my little square over the template. And now I'm just have gone through and I've debossed all of the candles. But what's happened is now I have allowed a little bit of lightness, or the white of the paper, to show through my candles. And that's going to be our special effect. So I'm going to go ahead now and scuff what I just debossed, and you'll see how that starts to come to life. And the reason I scuffed before I did my debossing is I wanted to be able to allow a little color to go in there. So I'm going to show you that. Okay, so can you see now how we've got our candles debossed? You have a little bit of white showing through them, but they're scuffed, so they are really popping. And now we are going to take a marker, or you could use colored pencils. Like I want purple candles, so I could either color in this area just softly with purple. I'm going to do all 3 candles. And it's just a very subtle color. And I did a little bit of the top area too. And then you can take some yellow Ooh, maybe a little orange would be fun with it too. So there's my orange and my yellow. And now you're just going to color in the flame with the yellow. And maybe a little bit of orange at the bottom because it's really burning hot. But can you see that? And what a different effect. And I love being able to add color like that. So I can't wait for you to try it at home. The next thing we're going to do, dear, I found it, is I've already embossed my little pumpkin from my template. And I just embossed it and then cut it out. And now just using a little of double-sided tape. Oh, this is a good trick to it if you don't know it. I embossed that stem. Or the pumpkins, the stem. And you can see that it's just a little tiny piece. So what I have learned is you cut out the little embossed piece, but then you leave a tail. And that makes it easy then for you to put your pieces together. So I'll just put a little double-sided tape on the back of my pumpkin, on the top of it. You don't need the stem coming out of the bottom of my pumpkin. And I will just stick the little stem down as far as I want. And then what I like to do is just use a little bit of puffy tape or little puff dots, whatever, just to add a little more dimension. So I'm just simply going to take this, this little puffy tape, put it on the back of the template, and now position it right onto my candelabra. Isn't that scary? And then I simply just took our smashed pumpkin harlequin, that is a tricky word to say, isn't it? And then I just adhered that too. And then we did our Come If You Dare. Now that is a debossing technique too. Let's see, I used sugar plum. Now when you are debossing words, it's a little different. First though, I want to emboss the outside edge, go around the frame like we just did. Go around the outside. And I didn't use my embossing tissue. See, I got in bad habits. It makes it harder. Then, when you're doing words, you want to make sure they are reading the right direction. Because if you're embossing words, you always do them backwards. So remember, if you're debossing, you're going to have your color up and the right words. So now you just position your template so you're embossing, your words are coming through, and then you just simply emboss them. So I have already done this and cut it out and got it ready for us, but I want you to see the effect it has. I'm going to turn off my light box because it's easier to work. And now you just watch how the words start to appear. It's kind of like magic, maybe a little black magic. And I'm just simply scuffing. But look how that pops. It really makes a different technique, and it's especially good for words, so they will pop. And then all I did was add that to my card. So let's go ahead and just put our card together. And if you look at the back, you can see all of the embossing, but we're using the other side. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my double-sided tape. We're going to go ahead, got my card upside down. Go ahead and add that. I think I'll use some mounting tape on the Come If You Dare just because I like the added dimension it's going to add. And then you just simply place that how you want. Maybe I want to raise this up a little bit, so I'll just simply place it down because I want the base of the candle to show too. But look how quick and easy and what fun new techniques we've learned. Happy embossing!